You've followed every strategy, but the results still aren't showing up. What if the missing piece was never your plan but your energy? If you're like most people on this path, you've already done the work. You've set goals, mapped out plans, maybe even followed countless step-by-step systems promising to lead you to success. And still, something feels stuck. The breakthrough hasn't happened. The shift you expected remains just out of reach. It's not because your strategy is broken. It's not because you're lazy or uncommitted. In fact, you've probably been working harder than ever. But if results aren't showing up the way they should, the issue isn't what you're doing, it's how you're feeling while you do it. We've been taught to trust logic. We've been trained to follow structure, formulas, and strategies. But no one tells you that emotion, your internal state, is what actually drives results. Not the spreadsheets, not the productivity hacks, not even the perfect morning routine. The truth, emotion is the engine behind manifestation. You can follow the best strategies in the world, but if you're filled with doubt, pressure, or frustration, you're sending out a signal that blocks everything you're working toward. This video isn't about teaching you another method. It's about showing you something deeper: why your emotional frequency is the real magnet that pulls wealth, opportunity, and transformation into your life. Emotion isn't just a feeling, it's a force, a current, a kind of energy that moves through you and communicates far beyond words. When we say emotion is energy in motion, we're pointing to something real, something powerful that shapes what you experience every single day. Think about it, every thought you think carries a frequency. But it's the emotion behind that thought that gives it strength. A statement like "I am wealthy" means nothing if it's loaded with fear or disbelief. But spoken with joy, confidence, and certainty, it turns into a magnet. Your emotional state becomes the broadcast signal you send out to the universe. That signal either attracts more of what you want, or keeps it out of reach. This is why people can say all the right affirmations, follow the exact same strategies, and still get wildly different results. It's not about what they say, it's about what they feel while they say it. Emotion is the language that life listens to. It's how you tell the world what you're truly aligned with, whether you realize it or not. And once you understand that, you'll stop trying to think your way into success and start feeling your way there instead. You can have the best plan in the world. You can follow every step, every system, every proven formula to the letter. But if your heart isn't in it, if your energy is low, tense, or doubtful, that strategy won't carry you very far. We've all seen people with less knowledge or fewer resources who seem to win effortlessly. And we've also seen those who do everything right but remain stuck. The difference, it isn't the system, it's the state of being behind the system. Action without aligned emotion becomes mechanical. It drains you. It feels like effort without reward. You might be doing all the right things, but if you're operating from stress, frustration, or fear, you're actually pushing your goals further away. On the other hand, when your actions are fueled by excitement, belief, and emotional certainty, they carry a completely different vibration. They're lighter, they flow, they magnetize. You don't attract success by following a strategy alone, you attract it when the strategy is infused with feeling. So if your plans haven't produced the outcome you hoped for, maybe the plan isn't broken. Maybe it's just missing the one thing that gives it life: emotion. Manifestation isn't just about visualizing a goal or writing it down on paper. It's about creating an emotional experience so powerful that it shifts your vibration and aligns you with what you desire before it physically shows up. Emotion is the fuel that charges your thoughts. It's what moves an idea from your mind into your energetic field. When you feel something deeply, whether it's gratitude, joy, excitement, or certainty, you're not just imagining success, you're experiencing it now. And that's the key. The subconscious mind responds more to feeling than to logic. You can think about wealth all day, but if your body is still conditioned to feel scarcity, that's what you'll keep attracting. Why? Because the universe doesn't give you what you want. It mirrors who you are, and who you are is revealed by how you feel. This is why elevated emotions are essential. When you feel aligned with your desire, you're not just wishing anymore. You're radiating a frequency that draws your vision toward you like a magnet. So if you want to manifest something new, don't just picture it. Feel it, live it, become it. That's when the manifestation process kicks into high gear. Every person has an emotional baseline, a familiar state they return to, consciously or not. For some, it's calm and confidence. For others, it's worrying, doubt, or scarcity. This set point becomes the emotional atmosphere you live in, and it quietly shapes everything you attract. You may think you're moving toward abundance, but if your dominant feeling is stress about bills, fear of failure, or uncertainty about your worth, you're attuned to a frequency that keeps wealth at arm's length. That's because your outer world always syncs with your inner world. Not just the highs you feel for a moment, but the emotions you revisit every day, the ones that feel like home. Even if you affirm I'm successful, if you feel lack, that's the signal your energy is sending. The good news, you can reset your emotional set point. It's not fixed, it's trainable. Just like a thermostat, you can raise it to a new default, one that feels like abundance, peace, and self-trust. And once that becomes your norm, life shifts. Opportunities match your new energy. People respond differently. And you begin to receive in ways that reflect your elevated emotional state. Because you don't attract what you want. You attract what you are emotionally. Wealth isn't just created through action, it's attracted through energy. And the energy that pulls prosperity toward you lives inside the emotions you consistently embody. The higher your emotional frequency, the stronger your magnetic pull. So, what emotions are actually aligned with abundance? Gratitude is one of the most powerful. When you feel thankful for what you already have, you tell the universe you're ready to receive more. It shifts your focus from lack to overflow. Joy is another. It's not just a good feeling, it's a signal that you're aligned. When you're truly joyful, you radiate confidence, openness, and trust. Confidence is key, not arrogance, but calm certainty. It says, I know it's coming, I don't need to chase it. Love, inspiration, and appreciation all elevate your frequency. These emotions don't just change your mood, they transform your reality. Start noticing when you feel those elevated states and intentionally lean into them. Even if you have to generate them through memory, music, or movement, what matters is that you feel them now. Because you attract wealth not when you're working harder, but when you're vibrating higher. When you live in the energy of abundance, abundance naturally finds its way to you. If high vibration emotions pull wealth toward you, then low vibration emotions do the opposite, they create resistance. These emotional blocks are often invisible, but they run deep, and they're usually the reason someone keeps almost reaching their goals, but never fully arriving. Guilt is one of the biggest culprits. Feeling unworthy of success, or believing you need to struggle to deserve abundance, sends a message that you're not ready to receive. Fear is another major block, especially fear of failure, rejection, or loss. When fear dominates, it tightens your energy. You become closed off, hesitant, and disconnected from flow. Resentment and anger, especially toward others who are successful, create separation. That judgment holds you in a state of contradiction, wanting abundance, while resenting those who have it. And then there's shame, the quiet belief that there's something wrong with you. That somehow, others are meant for more, and you're not. This single feeling can sabotage every effort you make. Here's the truth, you can't fake your way into abundance while carrying these emotional weights. They must be acknowledged and released. Because the moment you let go of these low-frequency blocks, you make space for the wealth that's been waiting to reach you. This is the turning point most people miss. You have to feel the outcome before it becomes visible, not after, not once it's proven. But now, when nothing has changed on the outside yet. Why? Because your reality doesn't create your feelings shape your reality. This is called emotional rehearsal. You mentally and emotionally practice being the version of yourself who already has the success, the freedom, the abundance. And the more you do this, the more your subconscious begins to accept it as truth. That's when magic happens. Your behavior starts shifting to match your new self-image. You make braver decisions, you attract aligned opportunities, and you stop operating from lack and start moving from overflow. Most people wait for permission. They wait to feel confident once the results arrive. But that's backward. Results respond to how you feel first. Start now. Feel the joy of having the money, the peace of security, the power of being free. Embody those emotions not someday, but today. Because when you feel it first, you send a clear message to life. This is who I am now, and life responds accordingly. Shifting your emotional state isn't a one-time thing, it's a daily commitment. Just like brushing your teeth, you need a routine that keeps your energy clean, sharp, and elevated. Here's a simple 4-step emotional alignment practice to anchor your day. 1. Morning reset 2 to 3 minutes. Upon waking, breathe deeply and ask, how do I want to feel today? Choose one high-frequency emotion like joy, peace, or confidence and sit with it. 2. Emotional visualization 5 minutes. Visualize your desired life as if it's already happening. Feel it in your body. Anchor that energy. 3. Midday check-in. Pause. Ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? If you've slipped into stress or doubt, take 60 seconds to reset. 4. Nighttime gratitude expansion. List 3 things you're grateful for and 1 thing you're grateful for in advance even if it hasn't happened yet. Practice this daily, and you'll notice something extraordinary. Your emotions will rise, and so will your results. Everything in your life, your results, your relationships, your opportunities is being shaped by one thing, your emotional state. Not your intentions, not just your goals, but the energy you carry right now. The truth is, your feelings are creating your future on autopilot. Every day, your emotional frequency sends out a signal. That signal either calls in what you want, or pushes it further away. Most people believe they need to wait until their circumstances change to feel better. But the moment you realize it's the other way around, that your feelings are the cause, not the effect, your entire reality shifts. You don't have to control everything. You don't need a perfect plan. What you need is emotional alignment. Because once your feelings match the life you want, that life starts moving toward you with speed. So ask yourself right now, what am I feeling most often? And does that feeling match where I want to go? If not, it's time to recalibrate. Because when you lead with emotion, when you live in the frequency of the future you desire, you stop hoping for change and start becoming the reason it happens. Leave your like, share this video with someone important, subscribe and activate the notification bell. See you soon.